No to financial conversations is a yes to big problems.
Let's speak out, the unspoken.
Talking is the key to success.
Let's face the truth.
It's crucial to practice open and honest communication.
Hesitation to talk will lead to regret.
Reflect upon the reflection to find reality. Let's talk reality. Hello and welcome to Indian Money's YouTube channel. I'm Kirti Gosai and I have with me right now Sana Ram.
Hello.
And today we will be talking about the financial conversations couples need to have before they plan a kid.
Kirti, I have to tell you this. Since we are talking about this today, I have a neighbor next to my house. So basically, it's a very small family and it's their first baby. Daddy and mommy both were working. But when she got pregnant, she just left the work and she sat at home. So now when the baby has come out, they are financially struggling, literally struggling.
Right.
Because what dad earns is not enough. And they
Right.
have so much of expense to do. So what is your view on that? What should a couple
Right.
focus on?
So the first thing a couple really needs to, focus on is seeing their health insurance and anticipatory costs that are going to come in the future.
That's true.
Right? So you have to see whether your health insurance really covers maternity or does it not cover maternity. And if it does not cover maternity, then what are the anticipatory costs like your hospital appointments, your vitamins, everything needs to be, accounted for.
True.
So you really need to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Right?
So basically what mistake happens here is we depend on the coverage, like the health insurance coverage is given by the employer.
Yeah.
So normally we have a thought in our mind that this will cover everything.
Yeah.
That is where most of the parents commit the mistake.
Right.
And speaking about this, an employer, I have to tell this also. So the paternity and maternity leave. So we all know we have 9 months of maternity leave.
Yeah.
And Zomato nowadays is providing paternity leave as well.
Yes.
But is it paid? Or in case if it is not paid, what are you going to do?
Right.
So that's the question they have to ask themselves. So how are they going to plan it?
Right. And if it is not paid, then the mother is actually not working for not getting any money for 9 months.
Yes.
So, and if she's not getting any paid, if she's not getting paid for 9 months, then that's a real big problem.
Yeah. So this 9 months, I would say, should be planned from the day they get married.
Right.
So if it's going to be after a year, how are they going to manage it? If they get good amount of income, even half the salary will work. But if it is going to be nil,
Yeah.
then what are they going to do? So they have to foresee the future.
Right.
This 9 months is going to be the main aim or the goal, but they have to walk towards it.
Right. So this brings me to a point that we really need to see that couples actually make a pre-baby budget before they have a kid. So that will help you anticipate all the costs that are going to come up. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's
the
true.
pre-baby budget would probably include, the vitamins that you're taking, then
Your checkups.
your checkups, then doing up the house, making it baby-proof.
Yeah, of course. That's the main thing, I guess. So many things have to be bought. Like
Right.
my sister, she recently delivered a baby, and trust me, so many alterations have been made in the house.
Right.
We have to be very careful about the dust and stuff. So the sofas were removed.
Right.
Like they use the
Right.
wooden ones now.
Right.
Because it can the baby might get allergic to it.
Yes.
So many things have been altered, and they have pulled in so much of money there.
Yeah.
But good, they planned it well ahead.
Yeah.
That is one plus, I would say, when it comes to my sister's home.
And then, you have to even anticipate the cost that comes later on.
Yeah, true. That's very true. That's biggest budget, I would say. You have to plan it accordingly because we think that getting a baby to the world is a beautiful thing. Like that's the best feeling a parents could get. But there are these financial traps which comes with that.
Yeah.
So if we don't plan it, we are going to be flattered there.
Right.
So, but as young couples, they do a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Because we are very in a hurry, we just decide, okay, we're going to get married. Love marriage. They get married, immediately they might get conceived and a baby comes out. But what are they going to do after that?
Right.
So that is where they get stuck. So once the baby is born, medicines, first of all, your diapers, oh my God, I have seen so much of packets of diapers in my sister's place.
Yeah.
So you have to spend on that.
Right.
Apart from that, you have the Cerelac,
Yeah.
other dresses, shoes, everything.
Yeah.
So it has to be pre-planned. Like what are we going to do? Where are we going to get this budget from?
And then that brings me to another thing that after you have your baby, you have to actually get a pediatrician within your health insurance. So
That's true.
people are there. There's a network that is there within your health insurance. The doctors that are included in your health insurance, or the hospitals that are included in your health insurance, and you need to find a pediatrician which comes in that network. And if you're planning to take up a pediatrician for your baby, which is not in your health insurance, then you again need to anticipate the cost.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. And you have to pay a lot, I think. So,
Yeah, pediatrician, the fee of a pediatrician is a lot.
Yeah.
So couples really need to focus on that. Find a pediatrician for your kid, which is within your salary limits, which is within your insurance limits. So yeah, that is something that has to be taken care of.
Yeah, and speaking about funds, there is something called emergency fund, which none of us care about. We are just like, okay, we know that something has to be there, but it's fine if it's not there.
Right.
But actually, it is not fine if it is not there. Because when we are planning to have a kid, we have to have this emergency fund. It can be any kind of emergency. So emergency fund is normally we calculate it in this way. Like if my expenditure for a month is 20 into 6, 1,20,000 will be my emergency fund.
Right.
So as a parent, together as a team, they have to work and get this emergency fund corpus ready.
Right.
Because we never know. Life is completely uncertain. Whatever can happen in any time. So just being ready and having this emergency fund will actually help these parents when they are planning to have a kid.
Right.
So that is one main point I wanted to speak about.
And like we spoke earlier about, checking the health insurance, checking your health insurance before you have a kid. You also have to add your kid to your health insurance once, the kid is born. So you have to have a conversation on that, whether the mother is adding the child to their health insurance, or either the father is adding, the child to their health insurance. So that conversation has to be had. And it has to be had like before having a kid, not like after the kid is born, because sometimes the mother, plans to leave her job. She plans to, not work for some time. So then she does not have a health insurance which is provided by a company. And if you've taken up a health insurance otherwise, like not through a company, then you need to just add your kid. You need to go into the details and figure out what you're going to do for your kid. So that has to be done before you have a kid.
That's true. And so basically the couples, like young couples, the mistake what they do is they don't speak about few things like sensitive things. And when it comes to finance and money, it's a completely sensitive subject.
Right.
So two of them as a partner sitting down and talking and planning something regarding money has become a challenge now. If I get married and I borrow money and I don't tell my husband, it's because he might not support me there. He might say that you're just getting this money for no use, or something like some fight might come up. But if young couples don't speak about finance before having a kid, like you mentioned earlier in the beginning, it might end up in fights. It might end up in divorce. Like we have seen people like that who are suffering because they didn't plan what they're going to do after the kid is born.
And one thing that couples really need to have a conversation on before they plan to have a kid is the child's education.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's very, very important.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't stop there. It is a start.
Right.
We are just starting something. So we have to plan it completely, because even the preschool fees is like huge nowadays. It's completely huge. So they have to start saving. They have to start investing. They have to plan accordingly. There are so many government schemes which actually helps people to plan their kids' future.
Right.
If I have to mention one, I can say Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, which is for the girl child.
Right.
So if they have a daughter, 1-year-old daughter, if they start investing money, for 21 years they can nearly make like 64 lakhs corpus.
Right.
So which is actually a huge amount. And she'll be 21, they can get her married, or they can send her to abroad to study. Depends on them. But planning is something which young couples should do.
Right. So with that, it's a wrap on this video. Do like, share and comment. And for more such videos, download the Freedom app given in the description below.